Hey, what's going on out there, YouTube?
Yo, what's up, YouTube?
This is SEL0320.
This is Joe Johnson 030.
Representing JBS. We are back for the 18th episode of the second season for Gotham. We've been out the game for a hot minute. We've caught up literally in just one day. The last episode was so crazy. We were like, man, you gonna leave us on the cliffhanger with Barbara Gordon showing up at, Gordon's desk. I was like, how is this gonna plan out? And so, there's going to be a lot of spoilers in this. So, if you haven't seen the episode, I recommend you go and check it out because it's actually a pretty good episode. Joe gave it an 8. I gave it a 9 out of 10. And definitely put this in your watch later. Come back to it and then check it out. But anyway, so what do we think about this episode? What were some of the biggest things that happened in this episode for you?
Definitely, probably Barbara.
Yeah. You want to expand on that?
Yeah. Well, I mean, based on last video, so in this episode, they talk about Barbara. She's probably, one of the biggest things for me, one of the biggest factors in this episode, just because, she was crazy. Not only was she crazy, but she still is, she's still questionably crazy. Now, with this episode, they show her more of a human side of her, like a more sane, emotional side of her.
Yeah.
But she still plays off like she's insane as a means to an end.
Yeah.
So, in Gordon's case, he's still like, are you crazy or are you good? And as viewers, we're left to wonder the same thing.
Yeah.
And he asked who let you out of Arkham?
Yeah.
How'd you get out so early? And yeah, so and before she was let go, she had asked Hugo Strange, she was like, well, what if something, and he cuts her off and he's like, nothing will happen, and if something does happen, you will be here, or something like that. So basically, he let her go kind of as an experiment. So we don't know what is exactly her condition. Like, is she stable or is she unstable? Right now, it's looking like she might be a little bit unstable. Mm-hmm. But they had an interesting conversation.
Yeah.
Where she was basically when Gordon saved her life from falling over the edge and he grabbed her, and she was like, the way you looked at me, like if you could look at me that one time or like that, then I'll know I'll be good or something like that. And Gordon was like, you tried to kill me. I can't forgive that.
Dang.
But he got a call from Bruce and he kind of looked back at her and then she just kind of started crying a little bit. I don't know, man. They got some weird kind of drama there, man. Like you could tell like they have feelings for one another, but they've been through some crazy stuff.
She's done some unforgivable stuff. Not just that. Like, he had a child with Lee, Leslie. I don't know if Barbara knows that. And I don't know how that's going to affect her if she didn't find that out yet. But, to be fair, Barbara did say some interesting things in this episode that, it shows her real heart for him. That's never not been there, even as crazy as she did. But it was like she came out of a real sincere place, I guess, from her knowledge or her lacking and stuff. But,
another thing too, she said things that really resonated with Gordon, like why he took on the case, the closed case of Bruce's parents' murder. Yeah. She identified exactly why he took that on. He was like, do you even know why I'm doing this? Why this is important to me? Yeah. And she answered it spot on. So she definitely knows him. And that's one of the things, like, this episode appeals to more so of her emotional side. Yeah. But we'll see what happens.
Yeah, the thing is that, she's crazy, dude. Like, I don't see how, even with everything, if him and Lee don't get back together, how he can justify marrying this woman. Like, she's crazy. She's a ride or die, but she's way too unpredictable. How do you raise kids with somebody like that? You know what I'm saying? But, I know he's got his own darkness, his own issues, but it's weird the thing is that me and Joe were talking before, and this plays into the other arc that's going on with Gordon, with Alfred, and with Bruce, is that Gordon is vigilante now. And like, to me, he's going down this road where he's kind of like Batman. Like, he's going just like laying dudes out, going down with some brass knucks, just knocking dudes out, torturing them, getting information out of them. Where we made him in the first season, he's just the straightest arrow you can see. Now he's like his dark character, you know, and a brooding dark character. And it's like, the thing that I didn't realize, and I don't know if they did this intentionally, but she's like his Catwoman.
Yeah.
Basically,
I was thinking the same thing.
Like, that's what Barbara Gordon is to him. Like, no matter what, he still, even as dark as he can be, like, he still loves her.
Right.
And she's just crazy enough to, you know, love him back. And it's weird how that happens. So maybe that's what Bruce and Selena look upon. I mean, technically, the first person that Selena actually connected with was Barbara, even in the first season. So I don't know. But anyway, moving forward, like, one of the biggest things that happens is, like, Bruce finds out last episode that he can get into the computer, but Alfred tells him you have to make a choice. Either it's going to be the girl or it's going to be, you know, what you have to do. And he chooses what he has to do, but even though he didn't really want to, you know, he didn't want to leave behind Barbara, Selena, but he didn't want to put her in harm's way. So moving forward in this episode, like, they find the name, they find like Pinewood Farms, that's the name of this episode, is Pinewood, and they find out that their dad, or Bruce's dad, is connected with, I guess, this organization that Hugo Strange was actually the infiltrator of. He was the philosopher. And they don't find that out till like around the third act, because they meet up with this girl, and it, dude, me and Joe, we saw this girl. I looked at her hand, and I was like, what is that? I was like, yo, why she got a dinosaur claw, bro? That just cracked me up. But she's actually a compelling character, and she's got a lot of heart. And I was like, she really, to me, empathizes with Bruce, and they understand each other. Like, they have a lot of loss, they have a lot of pain and suffering, and I mean, they're tormented in a sense, you know. And she really kind of brings them to a location to kind of throw them off the tracks, but she ends up protecting Bruce, killing somebody else, and they get caught and arrested or whatever.
She swiped him.
Yeah, she straight up killed that dude. But I mean, what ends up happening is Hugo Strange goes and sends freaking Victor Freeze to go and just put in work. And after that point, that's when all hell breaks loose from a lot of different standpoints. But the end result for all of it, I really enjoyed just the conversation and the way that things panned out, as far as with Bruce and with Gordon, and realizing they can't stop. They have to continue to do what they're meant to do. And I'll let you express what you thought about the Victor Freeze thing in a second, but I gotta bring out this whole biggest thing at the end. Dude, Ezreal, like, for them to, one, bring Theo Gallivant back from the dead, that means that they're definitely going to bring Fish Mooney back from the dead. They're definitely going to bring back, you know, Jerome. But they're not going to be sane anymore. I don't even know if they're even going to be people anymore. And I don't know the ramifications of what's going to happen with Theo, because now it looks like he's becoming this vigilante. He's almost like a Batman character. He's like a negative version Batman character. I mean, even with the way he fought, he reminded me of that. And even the way he kind of came off and the things that he wore. But it looked like he was going head to head with Bruce, and I'm actually interested in it. But this is not the conventional Ezreal. If you look up Ezreal, he is not this person at all. So I don't know if this is their own Gotham version of it. I don't even know if he's gonna live. But for them to bring him back to life, at least his character is more interesting to me now personally. But what did you think about that? And then what did you think about Victor Freeze coming back on the scene? Because that was a pretty sad scene.
Oh yeah, dude, Victor Freeze, man, he's a beast. Like, I mean, this guy's froze the entire road, derailed the entire police van that was transporting Karen, and then froze her. Well, no, back up. This guy was taking bullets were just bouncing off of the dude.
Yeah, with
and
his new suit.
Yeah, and you know, he froze Carrie, and I mean, he just mollywopped her, like just bow with the gun, and she just broke into pieces, man. And the dude was just like a beast. He was just like a brute, man. And I was like, wow, this guy's pretty intense.
Yeah.
I didn't realize he was this strong. Like,
yeah.
And then he used that little freeze napalm bomb and froze everything again.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, the guy's pretty serious.
I mean, it's like, when you think about it, how are they really going to stop him if he really wanted to just be unleashed?
Exactly. Like, he's been juicing.
Yeah. Well, I mean, ever since his accident, though, like, his body is undertaking a lot of changes anyway, naturally. So, it's interesting to see where his character is going to go. Now, Hugo Strange not only has Theo Gallivant to unleash, he's got Victor Freeze to unleash. He's already unleashed now Barbara Gordon and Penguin, who's now killing people again. So it's like, dude, I feel like Gotham is in a worse state now than it ever has been, because now you have a lot more villains now that have already been gummed through the wire, and now they're stronger than they ever have been. I mean, even Edward now is not a good guy. He's a maniacal genius. Like, he kills for sport, you know? So, dang, man, they need Gordon to step up and become Batman or something. No, all jokes aside, I think they're doing a really interesting thing with Bruce. Like, there's a lot of different subtle nudges. I think the last episode we looked at, he had patched up Selena's coat or whatever, and I was like, that's a definite Michelle Pfeiffer patch from like her suit from Catwoman. Even the way that in the tones and certain things that he does, he's slowly becoming Batman. And I mean, they have to pique our interest unless they just want to kind of get him off the air and have him away for a long period of time. But I mean, for entertainment purposes, I don't have a real problem with it anymore. At one point, I was like, man, what is going on? But now it's just really entertaining to see like how dark and deep his character actually is. And the kid's doing a great job acting in it too. But I don't know. You got any closing thoughts? That's it, y'all. Well, hopefully y'all enjoyed our spoiler review for Pinewood. Yeah, we'll be back. Hopefully tomorrow. Flash is coming back, I think, right? Or is that next week? I don't remember. But anyway, JVS, we ain't gonna stop. Y'all have a blessed one. Peace.